Welcome to another edition of Breaking News brought to you by Source Selection Soundbites. Today, we will discuss the case of Rice Solutions, LLC or Rice Solutions decided at the GAO. This procurement was executed under the authority of FAR 15 procedures. The Department of Health and Human Services sought nurse anesthetist services in South Dakota. The solicitation anticipated that award would be made to the responsible offeror whose offer will be most advantageous to the government, price and other factors considered. The agency intended to make award without discussions, but reserved the right to conduct discussions if necessary. The agency received 3 proposals, including Rice Solutions and Sopor, a competitor. After the initial evaluation, the agency entered discussions with only Sopor and subsequently made an award to them. Once Rice Solutions became aware of the agency's actions, it filed a protest against the agency. Rice Solutions essentially challenged the agency's evaluation of proposals, alleging that the agency unfairly conducted discussions with only one offeror, Sopor, thus denying the protester an opportunity to submit a revised proposal, as was afforded to Sopor, and be considered for award. In defending the discussions conducted with only the awardee, the agency contended that because only Sopor's proposal was found technically acceptable, a de facto competitive range of 1 was established. In this regard, the agency argues that because the proposals from both the protester and the third offeror had been evaluated as technically unacceptable, it was reasonable to conduct discussions with Sopor, the only remaining technically acceptable offeror. En route to finding against the agency, the GAO said, although a technically unacceptable proposal could not form the basis for award under this solicitation, if the agency wanted to conduct discussions, nothing in the solicitation or the FAR prevented the agency from keeping the proposal within the competitive range and conducting discussions with an offeror whose proposal had been evaluated as technically unacceptable. Such discussions could have resulted in the submission of a revised final proposal that was found to be technically acceptable. As such, we cannot conclude that an initial rating of technically unacceptable automatically excluded Rice Solutions from the competitive range had one been established by the agency. Moreover, the GAO said that when a competitive range is not formed, the agency must negotiate with all contractors. Lastly, the GAO said, the concept of a de facto competitive range is not possible in FAR 15 procurements because it would eviscerate the FAR 15 requirement to notify excluded offerors. Given these facts, the protest was sustained. Now let's address a few of the lessons learned from this protest. They include 1. A de facto competitive range is not a viable concept in FAR 15 procurements because vendor excluded from the CR must be notified. 2. Excluding technically acceptable proposals is possible, but the agency's decision must be explained in a competitive range memo. And 3. If a competitive range is not formed, the agency must negotiate with all vendors. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we discussed the Rice Solutions case and some nuances of negotiating in the FAR 15 environment. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.